Machines that exploit density. In this chapter, you will learn about some machines that use the principle of density to separate out contaminants. Why density is exploited. Types of machines that exploit density. How they work. How they are adjusted. How they are maintained. Some contaminants in grain are about the same size as a kernel of wheat but have a different density. High-density contaminants include stones, mud balls and fertilizer pellets. Low-density contaminants include rodent droppings, hollow wheat grains, infested wheat grains and disease-affected wheat grains, as well as some weed seeds. Contaminants which are significantly different in density to wheat can often be removed using aspirators. Where these differences are less significant, more specialised machinery may be employed. This specialised machinery may come in various types, but some general principles apply to all. There will be a perforated screen. It will be on an angle. The screen is usually agitated. A current of air is drawn up through the particles, causing the lighter particles to float. Since the screen is on an angle, these light particles float down to the lower end of the screen. They are unaffected by the screen's agitation and cannot fall through the apertures. Since the heavy particles are in contact with the screen, the agitation of the screen can be used to cause the heavy particles to move in a different direction, thus separating the two. In some machines, separation is achieved by perforations that are large enough to allow the heavy particles to fall through the screen against the flow of air. The light particles are unaffected by this agitation as they float above the screen. However, the agitation does help to stratify the mass of particles so that the light float above the heavy. Some machines are specialised for removing high-density contaminants. These are usually called dry stoners or destoners. Destoners are set so that the wheat floats above the screen while the agitation of the screen causes the stones to move up the slope of the screen. At the top of the slope, there is usually a retarder plate or stone trap which speeds the exit of heavy particles and helps prevent the exit of wheat. There may also be a flap through which the heavy particles must pass. This flap prevents air inflow back into the destoner. Agitation and deck angle settings are usually dependent on capacity. The amplitude of the agitation or vibration can sometimes be set by adjusting the counterweights in the motors. The most frequent adjustments that are required can be made by altering the air current strength via butterfly valves, retarder plates, and fan speeds. Destoners should be set so that they remove all heavy contaminants with minimal loss of wheat. Screens should be checked occasionally for smoothness. If they are too smooth, the vibration will not carry the heavy particles up the slope. The flexible ducting connecting these machines to the exhaust should be checked for tears from time to time. Screens should be checked to ensure they are not flexing with the oscillation, as this will disrupt the separation. While destoners are specialised for high-density contaminants, Other machines are specialised for concentrating low-density contaminants. These machines are set so that light contaminants float above the screen, while the intact wheat represents the heavy fraction. These machines are usually adjusted so that the light fraction contains all of the light weed seeds. A significant amount of acceptable wheat will also usually be present in this fraction, but this can be recovered downstream in machinery more specialised for this purpose, such as a disc separator. As well as individual machines for high and low density, there are also combination machines that incorporate both high and low density separators in the one unit, such as concentrators or gravity selectors. All density separators should be checked with each new grist and adjusted for optimal performance.